ZWGeo is an extension to ZWCAD which will make it easier for us to work on maps. After installing the extension, a new tab will appear in the upper part of the program window. And these are the tools we will be dealing with today. Here we will find several panels with different tools. We will start with inserting points, which is the first panel. There are a lot of these tools. We'll review a few of them so that we can understand what this extension was created for and how to use it. One of the first things you should do when learning to use the program is to take a look at the manual. You will find it in the last panel. It's like a book icon with a question mark. When you click on this button, you will see the manual written in English. Here we can see how the available functions work. For example, the export of polyline coordinates. There are a lot of screenshots in the manual, so it is easy to learn. Remember to check the manual when things go wrong, when you need to check something, when you are not sure what to do next. To begin with, we'll insert some points into the drawing. These points that we will insert can have some parameters assigned to them, such as coordinates or height. If we are running a command for the first time, it is a good practice to have a look in the command bar, because in the command bar the program tells us what to do next. So now we see the message Siri or select to continue there. I don't select any point, I don't continue anything, so I just confirm it with enter. Now the program asks me to indicate the starting number. I confirm that I want 1. It is the default option, so I don't have to input anything. I just click enter. Now the program asks me to specify the first point. Let's mark this anywhere on the drawing. And now in the command bar we can read that we should indicate some block or give its name. If someone wants to add such a block next to the inserted point, they then can. I don't want, so I will just skip it. And now we have a point added to drawing. Number 1, the value 96 is also displayed, whatever it means. Let's add some more points. Click here point number 2 and confirm with enter. Here point 3 and confirm with enter again. And we already have some points. Why are these values next to the points different and what it is anyway? This is the height, the Z coordinate. If you rotate the view a little bit, you will notice that the red lines are not in one plane. It is a drawing done in 3 dimensions. Okay, I will quickly change the view to the one from above. Now I'm gonna use the RE command so we can update the size of the points. This works just like with the normal points that you insert in ZWCAD. This is nothing new. And this was the first command to insert points. We have several more. So to insert other points, there is a second icon, describe points. And here we can see that there are more of these points. What we inserted before was a point containing a number, a symbol and a height. The other points contain other parameters. For example, we have possibility to insert a point with coordinates. We now select the Insert Description button and choose any place on the drawing. Now we can see that something is wrong here. This text here is much larger, right? Of course we can change this. Let's click Escape to return to the Insert Description window. When we are in this window, we can select Description Settings. In the settings, we can change the size of the text, but not only this. We can also change the precision or the beginning number of the auto-numbering. We click on Apply and Close. Now let's insert one more point and we can already see that the text size is different. Click Escape to return to the window again. This description, which appears next to the inserted point, can be changed. For example, we would like to display not just the coordinate itself, but slightly longer description. Let's write y equals, and now let's do the same with x. And now let's insert this point. And as we can see, it looks different. If anyone wants to change the font of the text, then just you need to edit the text style. It's nothing difficult. It works just like in normal ZWCAD. We can do even more with these points. For example, we can export them to an external file. They can also be imported, and it is possible to create a list of these points by simply clicking on the plus sign and selecting a few points. There is also a cool tool for creating a table of selected points. This table can be inserted directly into the drawing. Let's choose command and select some random points. Now confirm with enter, and now the program asks me where to insert the table. Of course, program asks me in the command bar. Just remember to glance in this bar because it will solve many of our problems. If we don't know what to do, if something doesn't work, we look in the command bar and it will probably help. Now we can insert the table into the drawing. This table is editable, so if we want to change something, we can. For example, adding a new column or something like that. We are now changing the drawing because I would like to show you what we can do with the lines. For example, we have a command to describe objects. Let's select this function. Now we select any polyline. This is some building. Let's select it and confirm the operation with the spacebar. You can use spacebar or enter, doesn't matter. And now all the corners of this building have been described with coordinates. You can do even more with the lines. For example, you can export the coordinates to an external file. It was the same with the points we did before, right? There we also had this option to export the coordinates. So I export the coordinates of the polyline to a table that can be inserted into the drawing. Click the command, select the object. This one will be perfect because it has many corners. Now we confirm this with enter, and now all have to do is to specify the position of the table. Let's click anywhere on the drawing. And this is how it looks like. Now that we have the map in front of us, let's show some more tools from the tools panel. There are some useful things here, including a tool for drawing a grid of crosses. If we select this command, the program will ask us the distance between the crosses. Let's say I would like to have them every 50 meters. Now we define two corners. We are drawing the kind of rectangle in which our crosses will be inserted. It could be done in another way, but this is simply faster. Let's just check the distance between the crosses. Let's just measure it. And as we can see, it comes out perfectly 50. So we need to go back, we need to return to ZWGeo tab. We have a lot more useful tools here. There is the front measure command. Choose the command, select any polyline, and as you can see, it has been dimensioned. This line here is divided into two parts, which is why the dimensions is here twice. Deselect them with escape, and there is also a nice command to describe conduit. We'll use this to describe the water main. Select the blue line in the drawing and confirm with the spacebar. Now we can see the word wodociąg on the line, which is Polish means water pipe. How does the program know what to write in here? This is simply the name of the layer on which the object is located. Okay, let's move on. One of the cool things we can do here is work on layers. Here we have these yellow numbers. It's worth pulling them out as a toolbar. All the tools we have in the program can be pulled out. Type the toolbar command, and if you type this command, you can pull up various toolbars. They can be ZWCAD toolbars, but now I'm interested in ZWGeo ones. We have two toolbars here to choose. ZWGeo and ZWGeo switch. The first one will not be useful to us, so I will disable it, but the second toolbar, I'm gonna pin it to the side of the screen because we're gonna use it now. Now we can easily manage the chosen layers. Look at my drawing. I have now buildings, parcels and some other elements on the drawing. I will click on number 1, now on a building, and confirm it with the spacebar. All the buildings have disappeared. I click on number 1 again, and the buildings are there. I click again, and they are no longer visible. I click on number 2, select a parcel, confirm with the spacebar, and the parcels are no longer visible. Now we can click on numbers 1 and 2, and the visibility of objects will change. In the ZWGeo extension we also have the possibility to draw cross sections, and I would like to show you this now. Here we have dozens of isolines. Each line has some height, the z coordinate. And if someone would like to make such a cross section, it is possible to do it in ZWGeo. In the Profiles panel, you will find all the necessary tools, just 3 of them. For example, to define the height of a line or to describe it. Now select the Draw Profile command, and now in the command bar the program asks us to select an axis. Select this one. We now need to answer the question about scale. Confirm with the spacebar, and define the position of the profile. And this is how it looks like. So it's all for today. Thanks you for watching.